Pump on me once, shame on you. Pump on me twice, well, let's just say Bitcoin is about to explode big time, and I'm afraid I don't have enough diapers to absorb the mess that I'm about to make. So if you understand that Bitcoin is not the only thing that's about to make a big explosion, hit that like and subscribe. Get set up to FEMX below if my Bitcoin altcoins are trade. No KYC or VPN required if you use my link to FEMX specifically below. And without any further ado, let's discuss the price of Bitcoin, which is on the verge potentially of something bigger than you could ever imagine. And the easiest way to look at this right now is TechDev's post on X. This blue zone, 4 out of 4 cycles topped in this blue zone. See that green dot right here? 3 out of 3 times Bitcoin went parabolic right here. The majority seem to think this time is different. Well, let's just say, what if this time is not different? And in fact, when this little itsy bitsy line gets all the way up here is when the market tops. But when should we expect the most pumping? Let's just say right about now. That isn't just big, that's extremely gargantuanly, extremely mega big. I don't know who needs to hear this, but America replacing tax revenue with tariffs and removing taxes for all lower middle class people so that they can dump money into assets or more American products is extremely bullish. Let's just say mega bullish. Bitcoin 2017 versus 2025 is identical, same length, same structure. If history rhymes, Bitcoin is about to goo on my shoe big time. And I think I don't have enough shoes for all the goo that I'm about to be stepping in. In terms of Bitcoin going to the upside, I'm bullish. Are you bullish? That's big. So we see Bitcoin has processed $5.5 trillion worth of transactions in Q1. This is huge. This is the quarterly transaction volume for Bitcoin by quarter. And what is something you notice? It's going up big, okay? This is extremely bullish. Bitcoin is ready to bust. The global liquidity has already reversed. Bitcoin reversal is next and imminent. You can see right about here is where Bitcoin is. Blue is this liquidity right here. M2, global liquidity. We're due for a pump. We're due for a bust. We're due for an explosion. The buy signal is flashing. Bitcoin is about to explode. It's the Bitcoin hash ribbons. We are getting a buy signal. Soon, we are going to be squealing and begging on our knees for the pumping to stop, because the pumping is going to be so hard, so strong, that you're going to be begging for the pump to stop. That's how busty, that's how explosive this thing is about to get. Wow. We also see Fidelity launched a no-fee retirement plan for U.S. adults to invest in Bitcoin. The infrastructure around Bitcoin is continuing to get flushed out, and it's never been a better time to be a moon boy. Not only am I a moon boy, one day I'm going to be a moon man. That's pretty big. So we see GameStop named its convertible notes filing to buy Bitcoin as Project Rocket. If GameStop really just starts dumping all of these cash reserves into Bitcoin, there's only one way to go. Take a guess. You don't need to guess. I'll tell you. It's up. So we also see the price of Bitcoin right now up a little bit today, but there's a much bigger chart. Now, this isn't the chart. This is the daily chart. We're right now getting above the 21-day moving average for the first time in a week or so, but we've been getting consistent rejections on it really since the very beginning of February. So over 2 months, about exactly 2 months. Getting above the 21, 50, and 100-day moving averages, basically getting back to about 94,000 would initiate Gigabull mode times infinity. But this isn't even the big chart. Do you want to see a big chart? Oh, this is pretty big. You might want to zoom out because it's a little too big. But here we see the weekly chart for Bitcoin. On the weekly chart, we see the RSI. Every time in this trend where we've shifted with the purple going above the yellow signal line, initiated massive runs. And we also saw it corresponding with the MACD, where the MACD was just coming out of like a sold or, pretty bearish momentum, switching into bullish momentum. You see it here, okay, right here on the RSI, and you saw it here on the MACD. Next time we saw it, Bitcoin had to go through a cooling off period, but then we saw the cross and we saw the MACD shifting to bullish momentum. And we're seeing now the MACD switch to bullish momentum, and we're seeing the RSI get closer than it's been in months to getting across on the weekly as well. At which time you can expect only one thing after the cross: Pumpy, pumpy, mega pumpy. Absolutely very big. That's not just pumpy, it's extremely pumpy. And as well, we look at the weekly chart. Obviously, the money M2 money supply is really important, and it's been increasing. We see the SPX today trying to get back above its 50-week moving average, which has been really important. Last time we really went below it was all the way back in October of 2023, and afterwards a massive rally. Are we setting up for a massive rally that will last months in the stock market and also Bitcoin? I think so. We see that the DXY is continuing to falter. And so really watching the S&P or the stock market, Tesla, MicroStrategy, a lot of these basic stocks, a lot of these top stocks, these tech stocks, but also Bitcoin specifically on the weekly is really important. And the daily for Bitcoin, I mean, look how oversold we got on this MACD. Look at all this bearish momentum, a double bottom even as well on this MACD. And it looks as though Bitcoin is potentially setting up for gigapumplical times. I don't like to be bullish, right? I'm not like a guy that just comes on here and says, I'm bullish all the time, right? That's not me. I would never do that. In fact, I would never do that. But I'm here to say right now that not only am I bullish, I'm extremely bullish. And you might be asking, well, Tyler, what evidence do you have that you're bullish, except for all the massive amounts of data you just showed us in this whole video that proves that you should be extremely bullish? What other evidence do you have? Well, I'll give you all the evidence you need right here. The reason I'm bullish on Bitcoin is because it's going to go up. Probably. So not only is that big, I have no other words to describe just how large, gargantuan, massive, extremely biblically big, very extremely bigger than anything you could ever imagine. But that doesn't mean the pump is coming this second. But I think right now we're setting up for potentially the pumpiest thing we've ever seen. And I bet you're watching this video asking yourself, Tyler, are you bullish or are you bearish? Let me answer that question for you. I'm really bullish. So get some to the FEMX below if you want Bitcoin altcoins or trade. You do not need KYC or VPN now if you use my link below, specifically. Without any further ado,